going to talk a little bit about Heidi and Heidi's concern about body handling. Heidi gets tense about having her paws, having her nails trimmed, having all the grooming process done. It's just hard for her. So the first way that we help dogs with that sort of an issue, that body handling issue, is what we call classical conditioning. So classical conditioning is where I'm going to let her, I've got these snacks here, and I'm just going to let her lick them at the same time that I'm touching her. So it's all happening at the same time. The treats are there at the same time that I'm touching the body. And I'm just gently touching her fur, touching her feet, touching her ears, touching places that a groomer might touch, always with a nice touch. And you can see it's not easy for her. She's having to turn around and look like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But again, treats happen at the same time that I'm touching her. Girl. The next step is going to be more of what we would consider operant conditioning. And that's where she's actually doing something for the food. And so for that, I'm going to touch her. And for that comes the food. And if you saw, she kind of slinked away. So it's too much. So I'm just going to touch her. And then comes the food. She's still slinking away, so the touching is too much. I'm actually going to wait for her to come to me. Yes. I'm going to actually just put my hand in front of her nose. And if she extends her nose into my hand, then I'm going to tell her yes. Yep. She's playing the game we played yesterday, which is how to relax on the mat. But what I'm wanting is for her to, yes. That little extension of the neck is what I'm looking for. And there's no extension there. Whoop. Yes. I'm looking for her to, in some way, show me she's ready to be touched. Yes. There, she kind of moved into my hand. What little dogs are used to is people reaching toward them, and they're always having to move away. But in this way, I'm asking her to extend out toward me. Yes. Yes. A little extension. Yes. Good girl. And this way of touching. Yes. Good. So the first step is going to be where she allows me to touch. Yes. But an important piece of that is looking, yes, for those moments where she's actually moving in to my touch. Yeah. Yes. Again, looking for that extension in the neck. Yes. Yes. I'm fine with that. Yes. So as long as she's not moving away, then that's where I want to be. If I touch her so much that she's kind of wincing or pulling back, then I'm asking for too much too soon. And what happens is, if you don't push into her and you let her kind of control her space, then you find over time her confidence builds about being touched. Because she realizes, okay, I can always get out of this if I need to. So as long as I'm not chasing her down, yes, for touch. And as long as she's kind of consenting and being like, yep, you can touch me. I'll touch your nose. I'll touch your hand with my nose. All these things. Yes, there she pushed my hand, actually. That was a nice move. As long as she's doing those kind of behaviors, then we're going to make progress. But again, if I start pushing into her before she's ready and she's having to wince away, then I've set us back a little bit. So part of what's happening here is she's learning she has a say in things a little bit. And also, yes, good girl. She's learning how to get what she wants and associating treats with doing the things I'm asking. Yes. Gives her a little bit of confidence about controlling her environment, controlling what she wants done. Yes, there was a straight up, I really touched her shoulder and she didn't even move. Yes, good girl. She actually moved into my hand just there. So So as often as you can get her to make the move toward you, yes, she actually touched my hand with her paw, then we're going to start to make progress. So just take your time. Lots of touching, lots of waiting for her to move into you. Yeah. Yes. Good work. Good girl. Yeah. And all that looks like happy body language to me. All that looks like easy, comfortable, happy body language. I'm touching her shoulder. That might have been too much. She had to stand up and kind of get away from it. Touching her shoulder. Good girl. She still is not 100% comfortable with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. She's more sensitive on this, on what is her right side. So I'll just spend time there. So again, just to review, this classical conditioning is the first step where the touch is happening at the same time as the food. And then the next step is where I'm asking for touch and giving her food. All right, thank you. Just a little to add to that, I just kind of want to have you see where we've come through here. Yes, I really want that. So I'm just touching parts of her body. Yes, then comes food. Touching a paw. Oh, that was too much. She actually retracted the paw. So I'm looking for just coming close to the paw. That's good. And the food. Coming close to the paw. Touching it. Then comes food. Good job. Over time, as I keep doing this, I'll actually sort of handle that paw. But for now, I'm just laying my fingers on top of her paw. And you can see she pulled away just a little bit, so that was too much. Good girl. Now I'm just going to treat for anything she does. Yes, that moves my way. That was nice. And you can see she had to walk away, get her head together a little bit, no problem. And she'll be coming back because treats are over here. And she will probably put herself back down on the mat. Hi, it's Jack. Good girl, yes. I'm going to treat her for coming back to the mat. Then comes a little touch. Food. Good girl. Oh, yes. And she's itching right now. And itching is a really common sign for being a little tense. Good girl. Her tail's moving, so you can see she's a little anxious. And I'm just touching. Oh, and it was too much. Me putting my hand in there like this was too much. So you can see it's a real delicate process, but pretty soon, you know, within a short time, quickly you're going to be able to put both hands on her, love her up, handle those feet, doing all these kind of things. But for right now, just a little at a time, a couple minutes of training at a time, touching her and connecting that with treats.